his entourage allowed the Pandu Vijaya ceremony to be seen by all the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Means generally, if we go to Jagannath Puri, this special ceremony of Lord coming out of from the temple of Jagannath Puri is not allowed to be seen by the general public. But King Prataprudra, because he knew that this Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. So that is why King Prataprudra, he allowed the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with him to see this Pandavaja ceremony. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his prominent devotees, Advaita-acharya, Nityanand Prabhu and other devotees, they were very, very happy to observe how Lord Jagannath began the Rath Yatra. Just like we see today, how the devotees are very happy to participate in this festival. Non-stop dancing is happening, non-stop dancing. I just went and I also danced for some time, and my whole kurta is now wet with the sweat of dancing. But this is very, very this happiness we cannot buy in the market. This is something that we can only get in the association of devotee, in Sankirtana. In Sankirtana. So these chariots were built very strongly, and the deities of Jagannath Ji are very, very big in Jagannath Puri. So they were also very powerful as drunken elephants. They manually carried Lord Jagannath from the throne to the car. So we all have seen the video, 1st July, how they bring Lord from the inside the sanctum sanctified into the cart, and they bring Lord dancing, and there are instrument played in ecstasy by the devotees of the Lord. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present there, while carrying the deities of Lord Jagannath, some of the deities took hold of the shoulder of the Lord and some caught his lotus feet. So they know this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So though nobody wanted to miss a chance. Even it is mentioned that when the Gundicha Marjan, the cleaning of the Gundicha temple was happening, जब गुंडीचा टेम्पल को सब लोग धो रहे थे, at that time, devotee used to wash the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Lord was very busy with cleaning, so at that time, devotees used to wash the lotus feet of Lord, and just like we take Charanamrit in the temple every day, they also were drinking. So while carrying the deities of Lord Jagannath, these devotees were actually expressing their love for Lord, expressing their love. So this love is that currency that we all should long for. This is not any ordinary thing to have. This love for Krishna, love for Lord Jagannath, love for the devotees, it can come only when we have the mercy of Lord. The mercy of Lord is there, then only we can get the love for the devotees and love for Lord Krishna. Okay. So during this festival, all the devotees were in ecstasy, but because Krishna here present in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and in the bhava of Srimati Radharani, he was showing extraordinary transcendental symptoms. Okay. And the Lord Jagannath deities was bound at the waist by a strong thick rope made of silk from two sides of deities. Caught hold of this rope and raised the deities. So the deities of Lord Jagannath are bound actually by the waist, and they pull the rope. You may have saw that video. So the devotees who are ahead of the deities, they pull, and then after those who are behind, they then pull. And in this way, the Lord, it appears the Lord is dancing, but actually Lord is dancing. Lord is very happy. He's going on the cart. So then strong puffed up cotton pads called tulis are spread out from the throne to the car, and the heavy deity of Lord Jagannath was carried from one pillow-like bed to the next by the deities. So ये तकिए जो होते हैं बहुत बड़े-बड़े, they are very, very big actually pillows. So these big pillows were put on a different distance. तो वहाँ पे भगवान को एक पिलो से दूसरे पिलो पे लेके जाते हैं डांस कराते हुए. And this is the Pandu Vijay ceremony. So while the deities carried the heavy Jagannath deity from one pad to the next, some of the pads broke and the cotton floated in the air. And when they broke, they made a very heavy cracking sound. And Lord Jagannath, who is the maintainer of the whole universe, now who can carry him from one place to another? And in this way, Lord moves by his own personal sweet will just to perform his pastime. This is a pastime of Lord actually. It seems that actually we are carrying Lord Jagannath, but it is his sweet will, his love for his devotees, his mercy there. Kripa, Patit Pavan Jagannath. Jagannath ji is called Patit Pavan, the most merciful Lord Jagannath, giving his mercy. So here also in the town of Attapur in Hyderabad city, this mercy is witnessed by the citizens of this Attapur city today. And there is a huge gathering which is getting larger and larger as we are moving ahead towards the Kundicha temple, which is our Suma Bhopala Reddy garden, where we are going to do the Chappan Bhoga offering and a very nice drama and Kirtan and Jagannath Katha. So while the Lord was transported from the throne to the car, tumultuous sounds were made on various musical instruments. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was chanting, Manima, Manima, but he could not be heard. Okay. So instruments which are being played in the Sankirtan and the sounds they create, these sound of chanting of the holy name along with these instruments and in a tune when we sing, when it is amplified also through sound speaker, but it is because it is the chanting of the holy name, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when it goes inside the heart through the ears. So it does magic. What magic it does? This Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this Sankirtan is magical. And this magic was actually a result of Lord empowering this Hare Krishna mantra. Nam Nam Kari Bahuda Nij Sarva Shaktis Tatrar Pita Nimita Smaranena Kalaha. Shikshashtakam of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord is saying that. And why Lord left this Shikshashtakam for us? So that we can understand what mood we should carry inside our heart. So there are Matajis also dancing and taking full advantage of this Rath Yatra, coming out of their daily schedule from their homes and joining the devotees in dancing ecstatically. And everyone who is gathered today, it is sure that they will visit the temple. They will start visiting the temple. Even those who are not have visited yet, because this Rath Yatra is happening today. So these festivals actually, it is an opportunity, it is a chance when lots and lots of people, they come and they connect with the temple. And by connecting with the temple, they actually, just start their spiritual life, the beginning of their spiritual life today. Today, it's the beginning of hundreds and thousands of people's spiritual life when the mercy of Lord Jagannath ji is been given to the thousands of people of Attapur. And we can see His Grace, His Grace Narottam Prabhuji is singing, and the devotees very lovingly dancing together. Very beautiful scene that we doesn't see outside. Outside everybody is just, thinking about themselves only. Even if they are dancing on mundane songs. But you can see here what a group spirit is there. Everybody is dancing. And you can see there is a small kid who is feeling very nice. He is also dancing in between the circle. What a childhood he is spending. I see this boy coming to temple every day. And he must be getting a lot of devotion because he is associating with the devotees. And it will manifest in the future. So we should also carry this thought in our mind that we should also, whoever kids are there in our family, we should give them the opportunity to hear Lord's pastime. We should give them the opportunity to associate with the devotees of Lord. It is our responsibility. Because when this love for Lord, this bhakti will be infused in the heart of this small kid, they will carry it throughout their life. It will be a very, very positive impression in their consciousness, and definitely it will react. It will give a lot of very nice fruit in the future. So in this way, when the Lord was being carried from the throne to the car, King Prataprudra personally engaged in the Lord's service by cleansing the road with a broom that had a golden handle. And the king sprinkled the road with sandalwood scented water. Although he has the honor of the royal throne, so he was actually the king, the honor of the royal throne, but he engaged in the menial service for the sake of Lord Jagannath. And he was a most exalted, respectable person. Still, he accepted menial service for the Lord. He therefore became a suitable candidate for receiving the Lord's mercy. So this King Prataprudra was actually very respectable person. He was seeking the darshan of Lord since many, many months. But Lord was not allowing him the darshan because, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas. He was a sannyasi. So then, now this day is the day when King Prataprudra is going to receive the mercy of Lord. So here devotees dancing in the beautiful ecstatic mood, and nobody can stop that. No sun, no sweating, nothing can stop their energy level. You can see here some of the devotees who are continuously chanting and dancing, continuously since last 2 hours they are chanting. तो ये 2 घंटे से लगातार जो नाच रहे हैं, कोई एनर्जी लेवल डाउन क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? तो कोई पूछ सकता है ये कि हम लोग तो डीजे में नाचते हैं, हम वी आल्सो डांस, लेकिन हम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 1 घंटा नाचेंगे, 2 घंटा नाचेंगे, देन हम लोग उसके आगे नहीं नाच सकते. बट दिस इज नॉट दैट ऑर्डिनरी मंडेन cinema. This is not that ordinary songs of film and all. This is the Harinam Sankirtan. Paran Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So the spiritual energy is coming out of the body of the devotees. You can see here. Definitely, when this yatra will move ahead, we can see the energy will even more increase. Even more it will increase, because the devotees know that today Lord is on the chariot, and when Lord Jagannath ji is on the chariot, he is the most merciful. He is very pleased actually. Today Lord is very happy. And one devotee just banged the camera. So wonderful dancing is happening in front of the chariot. Upon seeing the king engaged in such menial service, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. Simply by rendering this service, the king received the mercy of the Lord. And everyone was astonished to see the decoration on the Rath Yatra car. The car appeared to be newly made of gold, and it was as high as Mount Sumeru. So we cannot imagine the height of the Ratha at that time. 500 years back, when it was given here, it was compared to the height of the Mount Sumeru. So what should have be the height of that cart? Decorations included bright mirrors and hundreds of cameras. We also have some cameras here. Our camera team is working here. So what are these cameras actually? These are white whisks made of yak tails. Okay. This is not cameras, it's chamras. So these chamras were there present. On top of the car were a neat and clean canopy and a very beautiful flag. So, Lord's eyes wide, they are big because Lord is watching us all the time. We should not think that, there is nobody and I can do anything. We should be very, very aware. Lord Jagannath with his big eyes, he is watching everywhere. Lord's camera is present everywhere. So this car of Lord Jagannath was also decorated with silken cloth and various pictures. Many brass bells, gongs and ankle bells rang at that point of time. And for the pastime of the Rath Yatra ceremony, Lord Jagannath got aboard one car, and his sister Subhadra and elder brother Balram got aboard 2 other cars. And we discussed about that rathas, different rathas. So before coming to the cart. For 15 days, the Lord had remained in a secluded place with the supreme goddess of fortune and had performed his pastime with her. So this, when we before the Gundicha Marjan, there is a Snan Yatra, and after the Snan Yatra, it is considered that Lord has developed a fever, and they were given kadhas and offered, and they were actually prohibited the darshan of the Lord. Nobody is allowed during that 15 days to take the darshan of the Lord. So what is this? This is just a bhava of the Lord, and devotees out of love, they offer kadha and medicine to the Lord also. So the Lord can never get sick. It's not possible. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. How he can become sick? But this is just a pastime of Lord again. Just like Lord is playing in the form of a small child in Vrindavan with his mother Yashoda, and he's appearing. He's not actually taking birth like us. Like we come on the when we come to life, we have to spend 9 months in the womb of the mother before actually coming out. So Lord doesn't has to follow the rules of this material world. Lord is actually very mercifully giving us this opportunity by coming on this planet, so that we can take this beautiful association and of the katha of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord. So hearing the pastime of Lord also purifies us. Now for 15 days the Lord resides in a secluded place with the goddess of fortune Lakshmi Devi, and having taken permission from the goddess of fortune, the Lord came out to ride on the Ratha car and perform his pastimes for the pleasure of the devotees. तो भगवान परमिशन लेके आते हैं लक्ष्मी जी से, and the Lord came out of the ride on the Ratha car. So today is a very auspicious day also, which is called Hera Panchami. Hera Panchami. So what is this Hera Panchami? As we heard now, that Lakshmi ji, she gives permission to the Lord to come out of after getting association for 15 days. Mother Lakshmi allows Lord Jagannath to go. So today is called Hera Panchami. Hera Panchami. So actually we were going to do this Rath Yatra on 3rd July, but Narendra Modi ji, he planned, the Prime Minister of India, he planned his visit to Hyderabad. So this is how it shifted to the 5th July, and today 5th July is Hera Panchami also. What is this Hera Panchami? So this Hera Panchami is a wonderful festival. The meaning of the word Hera is seeing, dekhna, and the meaning of Panchami means the 5th day. So on the 5th day of Rath Yatra Utsav, Devi Lakshmi becomes very, very distressed actually. She is thinking that, where is my husband? Mere pati kahan chale gaye? Okay, so I'll speak in Hindi also. So as we are moving, you can see, devotees are becoming more ecstatic and dancing is going on non-stop. तो रथ यात्रा के 5वें दिन लक्ष्मी जी बहुत डिस्ट्रेस में आ जाती. शी इज वेरी मच टेंस्ड एंड थिंकिंग अबाउट द लॉर्ड, एंड शी इज थिंकिंग कि लॉर्ड ने तो मुझे बोला था कि मैं कुछ दिनों के लिए जा रहा हूँ बाहर और बहुत जल्दी वापस आ जाऊंगा, लेकिन अभी 5 दिन हो गए हैं, वापस नहीं आए भगवान जगन्नाथ जी, वापस नहीं आए. तो वो बहुत चिंतित होती है माता. और इस तरह से 4 दिन बीतने के बाद में जब 5वां दिन आता है तो लक्ष्मी जी जो है वो बहुत निराश हो जाती है. मदर लक्ष्मी बिकम्स वेरी वेरी सैड, एंड ऑन द 5th डे शी गोज टू द गुंडीचा टेम्पल टू टेक द दर्शन ऑफ लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ. And what happens then when Lakshmi ji goes to the Gundicha temple, the Lord suddenly closes. तो वो मंदिर बंद हो जाने की वजह से माता को दर्शन नहीं मिलता और वह लौट जाती है. बट मदर लक्ष्मी बिकेम वेरी एंग्री ऑल्सो, एंड इन दिस एंगर, गुस्से में आके वो जो भगवान का रथ का एक छोटा सा हिस्सा है वो तोड़ देती है. ओके, तो इस तरह से जो माता है वो एक भगवान के साथ इनका एक पास टाइम है, ये भी एक पास टाइम है. तो हीरा पंचमी एक भव्य त्योहार है जो रथ यात्रा के 5वें दिन होता है. और रथ यात्रा के दिन भगवान जगन्नाथ जो है वो द्वारका का जो प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे थे, है ना, वो मंदिर छोड़ देते हैं और अपनी लक्ष्मी जी से जो विदा लेके जो वो आए थे, तो अभी 5वां दिन हो गया है, जगन्नाथ जी का कोई समाचार नहीं मिल रहा है। तो लक्ष्मी जी भी अपने सेवकों को बुलाकर भगवान को वापस लाने के लिए अपनी एक टीम बनाती है, और वह गुंडीचा मंदिर में भी आती है, और मंदिर पहुंचने पर वो भगवान के सेवकों को एक्चुअली एक तरह से चेस्टाइजमेंट करती है, भगवान के सेवकों का भी। और इस तरह से गुंडीचा मंदिर से वापस लौटते समय लक्ष्मी जी के सेवक जो हैं वो भी भगवान के रथ पे हमला करते हैं। सो दिस इज अ पास टाइम। तो ये बहुत एक प्यारा पास टाइम है जो हर साल जगन्नाथपुरी में मनाया जाता है। और हम लोगों का ये एक्चुअली हम लोग नहीं जा पाते हैं कई बार भगवान के इन त्योहारों में, तो आज की जो जीवन शैली है इसके कारण हम लोग ये सब नहीं कर पाते हैं। लेकिन जब भी आपको समय मिले आप लोगों को, आप लोग ज़रूर कहीं भी आप नियरेस्ट इस्कॉन टेम्पल हो तो आप लोग ज़रूर इसका फ़ायदा उठाइए, और कोई भी टेम्पल हो, बट यू हैव टू गो एंड पार्टिसिपेट इन दिस स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटीज़। दैट इज़ द इसेंस ऑफ द वेदास, इसेंस ऑफ द भगवद गीता। मन मना भव मद भक्तो मध्याजी माम नमस्कुरु। So our youth forum devotees, IYF devotees, IYF Attapur is on full on energy there today, without drinking any energy drink. This where from this energy is coming? कहाँ से आ रहा है ये एनर्जी? सप्लाई कौन कर रहा है ये एनर्जी इनको? हाँ, तो ये एनर्जी है वो स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी है जो कि इन्हें भगवान के कीर्तन से मिल रहा है, स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी। अगर हमें भी ये स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी चाहिए तो हमें भी भगवान के पवित्र नामों का जप करना चाहिए, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का। And like this, today is celebrated the festival of Hera Panchami. So, like this, many devotees, many people are coming from their houses to take participation in this festival of Rath Yatra. So we will hear now from, after some time we will hear from His Grace Narottam Prabhuji. So the fine white sand spread all over the path resembled the bank of Yamuna, and the small gardens on both sides looked just like those in Vrindavan. As Lord Jagannath rode in his car and saw the beauty on both sides, his mind was filled with pleasure. So Bhagwan बहुत प्रसन्न होते हैं when Lord Jagannath sees that the decoration is there, devotees have decorated the roads on both sides. So he becomes very, very happy. So we should also keep in mind, we should keep it very clean. We should keep our house very clean. The significance of the Gundicha Marjan temple is also like that only. And the pullers of the car were known as Gaudas, and they pulls with great pleasure. However, the car sometimes went very fast and sometimes very slow. तो हम लोग देखा है रथ यात्रा के जो वीडियोस आते हैं, जो जगन्नाथपुरी का हमने 1 जुलाई को जो देखा है, उसमें हमने देखा है कि कभी कभी सारे डिवोटीज एकदम जोर से खींचते हैं और रथ बहुत तेजी से जाता है और फिर धीरे धीरे स्लो जाता है. So this is what is mentioned here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So now
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. So now we will hear from His Grace Narottam Prabhuji, who has come today only from Mumbai to give us his association and to participate in this festival, and he was in the arrangement till now. Please hear from him. Hare Krishna.
So we are seeing here all the devotees are in ecstasy. They are dancing, they are chanting, they are jumping. you would think that this is only possible under the influence of some substances, but here these devotees are in ecstasy, dancing for love of God and for the pleasure of the Lord. We have had all sorts of weather today. It was very hot when we started, then it poured a lot, everyone got drenched, and now again there's very nice weather. So Lord Jagannath is taking pleasure of all the different seasons in one day itself. It seems like it became hot, it became cold, it became rainy, but you can see, आप लोग भक्तों का उत्साह देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे कि ऐसे मौसम के बावजूद वो इतने आनंद में कीर्तन में गा रहे हैं, नाच रहे हैं, भगवान का नाम ले रहे हैं. तो ये लाइफ का सच्चा आनंद है. दिस इज़ द रियल ब्लिस ऑफ लाइफ, and this bliss can be had without taking any substances or without having too many desires. The only desire is to please the Lord. That is the whole program of the Rath Yatra festival, where Lord Jagannath is telling us, भगवान हमें बोल रहे हैं कि आप मेरे त्योहार में आनंद लीजिए. You derive your bliss or your happiness through my festival. So this is the festival of chariots. It's called Rath Yatra, the festival of chariots. And I believe we are experiencing some difficulty in the picture, but we'll soon sort that out. So as I was saying, the Lord is basically saying that through this festival of carts, where the Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, their lordships, come on the chariot to bless everyone. The whole point of this is to bless everyone. All those who visit the temple and all those who don't visit the temple. They don't visit the temple because they don't have time, or they may not have faith, or for any other reason. They don't come to the temple. The Lord is saying, no problem, I am still your Lord, I am still Swayam Bhagwan. And if you can't come to see me, I want to come and see you. At least once a year, I will come and meet you outside. And so the Lord comes out of his temple. And Krishna को सबसे ज़्यादा प्रसन्नता होती है जब वो अपने भक्तों को देखते हैं. अपने लीलाओं से ज़्यादा प्रसन्नता उनको आती है जब भक्त उनके लीला में होते हैं, जब भक्तों को वो देखते हैं. तो इसलिए जगन्नाथ जी आप देख रहे हैं अभी स्क्रीन पर, इतनी बड़ी मुस्कान है उनकी. बलदेव जी, सुभद्रा मैया, तीनों की इतनी जाइंट स्माइल है. तो वो भक्तों को देखकर इतने प्रसन्न हो रहे हैं. और जगन्नाथ की आंखें बड़ी बड़ी हैं. आप देखिए ऐसा स्वरूप है उनका, ऐसा जो फॉर्म है, ये एक्सटेसी का फॉर्म है, ये ब्लिस का फॉर्म है, परम आनंद का फॉर्म है. हम कहते हैं खुशी है, पर ये जो आनंद है, ये खुशी तो एक छोटी सी शब्द है. दिस इज स्पिरिचुअल ब्लिस. एंड भगवान वो एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं जब अपने भक्तों को देखते हैं, और इन टर्न भक्त एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं जब वो भगवान को देखते हैं. तो दिस इज़ अ फेस्टिवल ऑफ लविंग एक्सचेंज बिटवीन द लॉर्ड एंड हिज डिवोटीज. भक्तों और भगवान के बीच के प्रेम का आदान प्रदान का ये त्यौहार है. तो इसलिए वो ये इतना ब्लिसफुल फेस्टिवल है. भगवान आते हैं, अपने भक्तों को देखते हैं. जो भक्त उनको प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं उनको देख रहे हैं. जो भक्त बिजी हैं या उन्हें ऐसी रोड पे जा रहे हैं, भगवान साइड में हैं और भक्त देख नहीं रहे हैं, उनको भी देखकर भगवान सोच रहे हैं कि देखो मैं तो आपके हृदय में हूँ. आई एम सीटेड इन एवरीवन्स हार्ट. कृष्ण अर्जुन को कहते हैं भगवद गीता में, ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति. ओ अर्जुन, मैं ईश्वर हूँ, आई एम द लॉर्ड सर्वभूतानां, सारे प्राणियों का, ऑल लिविंग एंटिटीज. ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठते. और मैं कहाँ रहता हूँ? सबके हृदय में. हम सुनते आते हैं हमेशा भगवान हृदय में है सबके, लॉर्ड इज़ इन एवरीवन्स हार्ट. तो ये सच में भगवान सबके हृदय में है. और भगवान हमें बताते हैं कि एक्चुअली आपको जो खुशी चाहिए, जो आनंद चाहिए, आपको जो ब्लिस दैट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर इन द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड इज एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट विद इन योर हार्ट इटसेल्फ. हमारे हृदय में ही वो भगवान प्रस्तुत है. और इसलिए जब हम अपना संबंध भगवान के साथ जोड़ते हैं, व्हेन वी री एस्टैब्लिश अवर लॉस्ट कनेक्शन विद कृष्णा, दैट इज़ रियल हैप्पीनेस. आप देख रहे हैं कैसे ये पिता अपने पुत्र को लेकर नाच रहे हैं, इतने अच्छे संस्कार दे रहे हैं वो अपने बच्चों को. ये दिस इज़ एक्चुअल पेरेंटहुड. where we have been blessed with children, and we are establishing their connection to God right from childhood. Now you're seeing all our devotees with harmonium, with mridanga, with kartal. They are singing, they are dancing, they are chanting, and this is basically how we re-establish our connection with Krishna. Krishna is seated in our heart. भगवान हमारे हृदय में है, और उनके साथ का जो हमारा संबंध है वो जुड़ता है भगवान के नाम लेकर, भगवान के शिक्षा फॉलो कर कर, और भगवान का कीर्तन कर कर। और यहाँ पे ये सब भक्त यही कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं जो व्यक्ति गा रहे हैं और जो व्यक्ति मृदंग बजा रहे हैं, सब इतने एक्सटेसी में है। और यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं माताएं बहुत ट्रेडिशनल वे में नाच रहे हैं, इतने ग्रेसफुली नाच रहे हैं भगवान के प्रसन्नता के लिए। ये हमारा सिंपल एंडेवर है, इसमें कोई खर्चे की बात नहीं है, कोई बड़े बड़े यज्ञ नहीं करने होते हैं, कुछ दान इतना बड़ा देने की आवश्यकता नहीं होती। हम बस हमारा समय देते हैं भगवान को और उनके कीर्तन में आनंदित होकर नाचते हैं। वी गिव अवर टाइम टू द लॉर्ड एंड वी chant the Lord's names in ecstasy, and this is how we can please the Lord. This is how we re-establish our connection with God. So these festivals are the way of very easily doing that. जब भी हम किसी को बोलते हैं कि आपको मेडिटेशन करना चाहिए, तो लोग सोचते हैं अरे बहुत कठिन काम है, बैठना पड़ेगा एक जगह पर और ध्यान करना पड़ेगा। पर यहाँ पर बहुत आसान है, हमें कुछ नहीं करना है, हमें खाली नाचना है। Who doesn't like to dance? सबको आनंद आता है नाचने में। और तो ये जैसे भी आप देख रहे हैं वापस भक्त लोग सर्कल में नाच रहे हैं, साइड से ट्रैफिक जा रही है, हॉन्क हो रहे हैं। उनको नॉर्मली जब भी हम बिजी सड़क में होते हैं तो हमें इरिटेट होता है, वी फील इरिटेटेड, वो इतना आवाज़ है, इतना पोल्यूशन है। यहाँ पे आप देखिए ये जो इतने अच्छे से जो कीर्तन कर रहे हैं और जो गा रहे हैं इतने एक्सपर्टली, और उनके साथ सब नाच रहे हैं आनंदित होकर, और वो देखकर हमें भी इतनी हंसी आ रही है, इतना आनंद आ रहा है यहाँ पर। और हमारे साथ जो हम अभी आप सुन रहे थे जिनको पहले, शांतिवर्धन प्रभु, वो भी बहुत एक्सपर्ट हैं कीर्तन में। सो व्हाट इज़ दैट? दैट इज़ जस्ट अ गुड वॉइस ब्लेस्ड बाय गॉड। Someone is good at singing, someone is good at talking, someone is good at managing, someone is good at cooking. हमें जो भी हमारे जीवन में स्किल्स हैं, जो चीज़ों में हम निपुण हैं, वो चीज़ से हम अपना गुजारा करते हैं। वी अर्न अवर लाइवलीहुड थ्रू दैट। हमें अल्टीमेटली वो किसने दिया है? हमने इस जीवन में कुछ तो ट्रेनिंग किया होगा, पर अल्टीमेटली वो हमें ब्लेस किसने? भगवान ने किया है वो शक्ति से, वो जो स्किल से। लॉर्ड हैज़ ब्लेस्ड अस विद दैट, एंड देयरफॉर डिवोशनल सर्विस मीन्स यूजिंग व्हाट वी आर गुड एट इन कृष्णा सर्विस। इतना आसान है। जिस चीज़ में हम निपुण हैं, जो चीज़ हमें आती है, जो चीज़ में हम श्रेष्ठ हैं, वो चीज़ को, वो क्वालिटी को, वो हैबिट को हम भगवान की सेवा में लगाते हैं, और इससे हम अपना कनेक्शन भगवान के साथ वापस जोड़ते हैं। जैसे आप एक मोबाइल फ़ोन को चार्ज करते हो, जब आप मोबाइल फ़ोन का बैटरी कम हो जाता है 5%, 2%, 1%, तब वो मोबाइल फ़ोन स्लो हो जाता है, उसके फंक्शंस कम हो जाते हैं, वो मोबाइल फ़ोन स्लगिश हो जाता है। और फिर हम जब भी रिचार्ज करते हैं, इमीडिएटली एज सुन एज द फोन्स बैटरी इज़ reconnected with the electricity source and the battery starts to charge, automatically all the functions get re-established. Similarly, यहाँ पर हम ये भौतिक जगत में, this material world, we are trying to be happy and we are endeavoring so hard, but actually because we are spirit soul, क्योंकि हम आत्मा हैं, हमारा जो रियल सुख है, जो हमारा हैप्पीनेस है, that comes from being re-establishing our connection with Krishna. तो ये हम अपना कनेक्शन कृष्ण के साथ वापस जोड़ेंगे, तो वो जैसे मोबाइल फ़ोन चार्ज होता है वो वैसा है। और जैसे मोबाइल फ़ोन को हम धूप से चार्ज नहीं कर सकते, मोबाइल फ़ोन को हम पेट्रोल से चार्ज नहीं कर सकते, उसको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से ही चार्ज कर सकते हैं। उसी प्रकार ये जो आत्मा, जो हम हैं, वी आर द स्पिरिट सोल, हमें रियल हैप्पीनेस, परमानेंट हैप्पीनेस, अल्टीमेट हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा जब हम हमारा संबंध भगवान के साथ जोड़ेंगे. हम भौतिक वस्तुओं को ला सकते हैं और उसके साथ हम we can try to be happy with those things, but that will bring temporary happiness. So Krishna, Lord Jagannath, comes into this material world and comes on festivals like these to show us. As you can see, these two devotees, they are dancing in bliss. Similarly, we have to use our life in the service of the Lord, and in this way we can be happy. अभी थोड़े ही समय में ये रथ दोबारा से प्रारंभ होगा, आगे बढ़ेगा. हम यहाँ पर पहुँच रहे हैं. अभी एक हाईवे पे हम जाएंगे. वी गोना एंटर द हाईवे एंड फ्रॉम देयर वी विल रीच आवर डेस्टिनेशन, व्हिच इज़ वेरी फेमस ग्राउंड हियर वेयर वी हैव ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हरे कृष्णा फेस्टिवल. अभी कुछ ही समय में रथ यहाँ से चलेगा एंड फिर आप दोबारा से जगन्नाथ जी का दर्शन ले पाओगे रथ पर. अभी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा हमारे शांतिवर्धन प्रभु से कि वो जो बहुत ही मधुर चैप्टर पढ़ रहे थे हमारे चैतन्य चरितामृत से, भगवान के रथ यात्रा का वर्णन, जब 500 साल पहले श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो स्वयं कृष्ण हैं वो जब आए थे और उन्होंने जब रथ यात्रा प्रोग्राम में पार्ट लिया था, उन्होंने कैसे पार्ट लिया था और भगवान ने भगवान को कैसे पुल किया, उसका हम वर्णन और सुनेंगे शांतिवर्धन प्रभु के साथ. हरे कृष्णा. शांतिवर्धन प्रभु, हमें और चैतन्य चरितामृत के वर्सेस के साथ आप हमें आनंद दीजिए. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा. सो हम लोग सुन रहे थे हाउ दिस पांडु विजय सेरेमनी of Lord Jagannath coming from the altar is been performed, and after that Lord was very happy by seeing, Lord Jagannath was very happy by seeing the decoration which was done by the devotees on both sides of the road. So the special arrangement was there for the kirtan. तो चैतन्य चरितामृत से हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं लॉर्ड इज़ वेरी हैप्पी सीटेड ऑन द चैरियट ऑफ नंदी घोषा, एंड श्रील प्रभुपाद जी इज ऑल्सो देयर. वी हैव रीच्ड ऑलमोस्ट हाफ ऑफ द वे, and still the devotees have not lost any energy. As I said that this is spiritual energy, this is not coming from any energy drink. And we will continue reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. So here I'll read the verse. Chari sampradaya haila 26 agyana dui dui mradangika haila ashtajana. There were altogether 4 parties of kirtan performers comprising 24 chanters in each party. There were also 2 mridanga players making an additional 8 person. तो कितने बड़े लेवल पे वहाँ पे हो रहा था उस टाइम कीर्तन, वो हम लोग इमेजिन कर सकते हैं थोड़ा बहुत. मतलब आप ये सोच के चल सकते हैं कि जैसे आज यहाँ पे एक संकीर्तन पार्टी है, वैसे वहाँ पे 4 पार्टीज थी जो साथ में चल रही थी. एंड लॉर्ड चैतन्य वॉज प्रेजेंट इन एवरी पार्टी, एंड ऑल द पार्टीज डिवोटीज जो भी हर अलग अलग संकीर्तन के जो ग्रुप थे वो सभी को ऐसा लग रहा था कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु इज इन अवर पार्टी. सो दिस इज द वंडरफुल ट्रांसेंडेंटल pastimes of a Lord when Lord gives his association, transcendental association to the devotees, and he is equal for everyone. All the devotees were actually being very very happy by seeing the darshan of the Lord. So here we are just started the rath, pulling the rath again. There are fruits offering which has to be done. ऑन द चैरियट मैनी पीपल आर ब्रिंगिंग फ्रूट्स फ्रॉम देयर होम्स. बहुत से लोग जो हैं वो अपने अपने घरों से भगवान को भोग लगाने के लिए फल और तरह तरह के कुछ व्यंजन भी लेके आ रहे हैं, दूध के बने हुए. इस तरह से हम लोग भी अपने घरों में इन व्यंजनों का भोग भगवान को लगा सकते हैं. और आगे पढ़ते हैं हम लोग. तबे महाप्रभु मने विचार करिया, चारी संप्रदाय दिला गयना बंटिया. When the four parties were formed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after some consideration, divided the chanters. Okay, तो भगवान यहाँ पे डिवाइड कर देते हैं चैंटर्स को. जो कीर्तन पार्टी में, जो संकीर्तन में जो लोग भगवान का कीर्तन कर रहे हैं, उनको डिवाइड कर दिया भगवान ने यहाँ पर. नित्यानंद द्वैत हरि दास वक्रेश्वर, चारी जन आज्ञा दिला नृत्य करी बारे. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityanand Prabhu, Advait Acharya, Haridas Thakur and Vakreshwar Pandit to dance in each of the four respective parties. So there are some devotees who are very special, and they get more attention of the Lord. So just like these are not any ordinary devotees, they were actually the associates of the Lord. And there is a chanting going on and pulling of the chariot going on. You can see लोग बहुत ही उत्साह के साथ में भगवान का नाम लेते हुए यहाँ पर भी रथ खींच रहे हैं. एंड ये कलियुगा के समय में भी हम लोग इतने ब्लिस फील कर पाते हैं जब हम भगवान के भक्तों के और भगवान के इस फेस्टिवल में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं. प्रथम संप्रदाय कैला स्वरूप प्रधाना, आरा पंच जना दिला तानरा पली जना. Swarup Damodar was chosen as the leader of the first party and was given 5 assistants to respond to his chanting. Means every party, one singer is singing in chorus and 5 chanters are there responding to the one singer is singing as a lead and 5 singers are responding to the lead as chorus. In this way, they have. This is Lord's arrangement. भगवान का स्पेशल अरेंजमेंट है संकीर्तन के लिए. दामोदर नारायण दत्ता गोविंदा, राघव पंडिता आरा श्री गोविंदा नंदा. The 5 who responded to the singing of Swarupa Damodara were Damodar Pandit, Narayana, Govinda Datta, Raghav Pandita and Shri Govindananda. तो ये भगवान के स्पेशल एसोसिएट्स हैं जो हमेशा भगवान के साथ में उनकी लीलाओं में आते हैं. तो यहाँ पर हमें जो है वो इन लोगों को स्पेशल भगवान प्रेफरेंस दे रहे हैं. इनको स्पेशल भगवान सर्विसेज बांट रहे हैं कीर्तन के लिए. क्योंकि जब भगवान देखते हैं कि कोई भक्त बहुत सीरियस है भक्ति में, इज़ वेरी वेरी धीर गंभीर एंड वेरी सीरियस टू डू एनी सर्विस ऑफ लॉर्ड, तो इस समय पे जब भगवान ऐसे भक्तों को ज़्यादा सेवा देते हैं, ऐसे भक्तों को ज़्यादा सेवा देते हैं. और आगे पढ़ेंगे. अद्वैतेरे नृत्य करी बारे आज्ञा दिला, श्रीवासा प्रधान आरा संप्रदाय कैला. Advait Acharya Prabhu was ordered to dance in the first group. The Lord then formed another group with Srivas Thakur as the chief man. तो एक ग्रुप का तो लीडर अद्वैत आचार्य प्रभु अद्वैत आचार्य को बनाया था और एक लीडर ग्रुप का श्रीवास ठाकुर को बनाया था भगवान ने. And first group Damodar Swarup was appointed chief singer and the responding singers were Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govinda Datta, Raghav Pandita and Govindananda. तो ये सब भगवान के एसोसिएट्स हैं जिनको कि भगवान स्पेशल सेवा दे रहे हैं. अभी इस तरह से आगे हम लोग देखते हैं. गंगादास हरिदास श्रीमान शुभानंदा, श्री राम पंडिता ताहा नाचे नित्यानंदा. The 5 singers who responded to the singing of Srivas Thakur were Gangadas, Haridas, Shriman Shubhananda and Shri Rama Pandit. Shri Nityanand Prabhu was appointed as a dancer. Shri Nityanand Prabhu जो कि बलराम है खुद, वो जो है उनको डांसिंग का सेवा दिया था, बिकॉज ही वॉज डांसिंग इन मोस्ट एक्सटेटिक वे. सारी बॉडी के उनके लिम्स जो थे वो एक्सटेटिक सिम्टम्स में थे. यहाँ पे आप लोग चक्र शायद देख पा रहे होंगे अपनी स्क्रीन के ऊपर, सुदर्शन चक्र जो रथा के ऊपर विराजमान है. तो ये चक्र का दर्शन भी हम लोग करते हैं जब हम पुरी जाते हैं तो. And seeing this chakra of Lord which is there on the top of the dome of the temple, so it's considered as taking darshan of the Lord only. If we are very away from the temple, but still we can see the chakra, so it's considered as similar to the taking the darshan of the Lord. We will get the same result, but it doesn't mean that we should not go to the temple. Definitely taking the darshan of the Lord, seeing personally, is different impact and different blessings we get. वासुदेव गोपीनाथ मुरारी यहाँ गया, मुकुंद प्रधान कैला आरा संप्रदाया. Another group was formed consisting of Vasudev, Gopinath and Murari. All these were responsive singers and Mukunda was the chief singer. श्रीकांत वल्लभ सेना आरा दुई जाना, हरिदास ठाकुर ताहन करे नर्तना. तो ये जगन्नाथ जी के रथ यात्रा जो आज से 500 साल पहले हुआ था, चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो कृष्ण खुद हैं वो ही यहाँ पर अरेंजमेंट कर रहे हैं. और हम लोग उसी रथ यात्रा का डिस्क्रिप्शन चैतन्य चरित्रामृत मद लीला से पढ़ रहे हैं, वर्स नंबर 41, चैप्टर नंबर 13. Another two persons, Shrikant and Vallabh Sena, joined as responsive singers in this group. The senior Haridas Thakur was the dancer. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग हमारे नामाचार्य जो हैं हरिदास ठाकुर वो भी डांस कर रहे हैं. In the third group, Mukunda was appointed the chief singer. This party was composed of Vasudev, Gopinath, Murari, Shrikant and Vallabh Sena, and Haridas Thakur was dancing. Govinda Ghosha Pradana Kaila Ara Sampradaya, Haridasa Vishnudasa Raghav Yaha Gaya. The Lord formed another group, appointed Govinda Ghosh as leader in this group. The younger Haridas, Vishnudas and Raghav were the responding singers. So there were two Haridas. दो हरिदास थे उस समय, एक हरिदास ठाकुर एक छोटा हरिदास थे. माधव वासुदेव को सा दुई सहोदरा, नृत्य करे नातान पंडिता वक्रेश्वरा. Two brothers named Madhav Ghosh and Vasudev Ghosh also joined this group as responsive singers. Vakreshwar Pandit was the dancer. तो अलग अलग पार्टीज का यहाँ डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ है. कुली नगरा मेरा एका कीर्तनिया समाजा, ताहा नृत्य करे ना रामानंद सत्य राजा. There was a Sankirtan party from the village known as Kulina Grama, and Ramananda and Satyaraja were appointed the dancers in this group. तो देखिए कितनी पार्टीज है. शांति पुरेरा आचार्यरा एका संप्रदाया, अच्युतानंद नाचे तथा आरा सब गाया. There was another party that came from Shantipura and was formed by Advaita Acharya, and Achyutanand was the dancer in this party and the rest of the men were singers. Khandera Sampradaya Kare Anyatra Kirtana, Narahari Nache Tahan Shri Raghunandana. Another party was formed by the people of Khanda. These people were singing in a different place in that group. Narhari Prabhu and Raghunanda were dancing. Raghunanda. तो हम लोग अभी मेन रोड पे आ चुके हैं. ये मेन रोड है हैदराबाद के अत्तापुर एरिया में. यू कैन सी देयर फ्लाई ओवर हियर. यहाँ पे एक फ्लाई ओवर है और उसके बाजू से उसके बगल से जो रोड से हम लोग निकलेंगे अभी, और आगे जाके यू टर्न लेके राइट साइड में हमारा जो गुंडीचा मंदिर जो है. एंड यू कैन सी हियर द लॉर्ड चैरियट. देयर इज अ डोम ऑफ ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द चैरियट नाउ. बहुत ही सुंदर दर्शन यहाँ पर भगवान के इस रथ का नंदी घोष। भक्त लोग पूरे उत्साह के साथ यहाँ लगे हुए हैं व्यवस्था में, और काफ़ी बड़ा जन समुदाय आया है इसमें भाग लेने के लिए। कुछ लोग यहाँ पे सफाई कर रहे हैं, अपने अपने घरों से झाड़ू लेकर आए हैं और पूरा फायदा उठा रहे हैं इसका। दुर्लभ अवसर प्राप्त होता है ऐसा हमें कभी कभी इस तरह के त्योहारों में भाग लेने का। So we will move ahead. जगन्नाथेरा आगे चारी संप्रदाय गाया, दुई पासे दुई पाचे एका संप्रदाया. 4 parties chanted and danced in front of Lord Jagannath, and the either side was another party, yet another was at the rear. Okay. So भगवान के चारों तरफ संकीर्तन पार्टीज डांस कर रही है. It's a grand road. और भगवान ने अरेंजमेंट किया है. Lord Chaitanya has arranged the Sankirtan party in such a way, he divided. So there are 4 parties ahead of the Lord, and both sides there is dancing party, and behind also there is dancing Sankirtan party. So there are many Sankirtan parties. Sata Sampradaye Baje, Chauda Madala, Yara Dhwani Suni Vaishnava, Haila Pagala. There were altogether 7 parties of Sankirtana, and in each party 2 men were beating drums. Thus 14 drums were being played at once. The sound was tumultuous, and all the devotees became mad. तो भगवान के इस संकीर्तन में when the Sankirtan was happening in Jagannath Puri 500 years back, so there were all together 7 parties together. तो हर पार्टी में 2-2 मृदंगा बज रहे हैं. Every party has had a pair of mridanga, and because of that there are total 14 mridangas being played together. तो जब mridanga we see in the temple, only one mridanga is being played, and it makes a very nice sound. We can dance on the sound of one mridanga. So what to speak of 14 mridangas playing together? And just like that, we are seeing today also, we have around 3-4 mridangas today. I think 2 mridangas are there in the party, and some other devotees are playing in behind also some devotees are playing. So there were amazing arrangement of Lord. Vaishnavera Megha Gaya Ghataya Haya Badala Kirtanande Sabes Varshe Netra Jala. All the Vaishnavas came together like an assembly of clouds as the devotees chanted the holy names in great ecstasy. Tears fell from their eyes like rain. Tribhuvana Bhari Ute Kirtanera Dhvani Anyavadya Dira Dhvani Kichui na Suni. When the Sankirtana resounded, it filled the 3 worlds. Indeed, no one could hear any sounds or musical instrument other than the Sankirtana. केवल संकीर्तन सुनाई दे रहा था उस समय. Nobody was able to hear any other sound apart from Sankirtana. Satathani bhule Prabhu Hari Hari Bali Jaya Jagannatha Bale Na Hasta Yuga Tali. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wandered through all 7 groups, chanting the holy names. Hari Hari. Raising his arms, he shouted, all glories to Lord Jagannath. So here we can see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was actually not staying in one single party. He was wandering through all the 7 parties, one after the other. Ara eka Shakti Prabhu Karila Prakasha Eka Kale Satasthani Karila Vilasa. तो ये समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोगों को शायद इसका अनुवाद. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then exhibited another mystic power by performing pastime simultaneously in all 7 groups. एक ही टाइम पे भगवान 7 ग्रुप्स में कीर्तन कर रहे थे, नाच रहे थे. सबे कहे प्रभु अच्छे ना मोरा संप्रदाया अन्यथानी नहीं आना आमारे दयाया. Everyone said, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present in my group. Indeed, he does not go anywhere else. He is bestowing his mercy upon us. So on the highway, the people who are going, they are also very fortunate. Because they are able to take darshan of Lord on the chariot. Even if though they are popping out their head from the buses, they can also see Lord. We are on the highway now. Keha lakhite nare prabhura achintya shakti antaranga bhakta jane yanra shuddha bhakti. Actually, no one could see the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Only the most confidential devotees, those in pure unalloyed devotional service, could understand. Okay. So, it was not easy to understand. Kirtana dekhiya Jagannatha harashita, Sankirtana dekhe ratha kariyastha gita. Lord Jagannath was very much pleased by the Sankirtan, and he brought his car to a standstill just to see the performance. So the Lord did not allow the devotees to move the chariot. He wanted to see the performance. Prataparudrera haila parama vismaya dekhite vasa raja haila prema maya. King Prataparudra was also astonished to see the Sankirtan. He became inactive and was converted to ecstatic love of Krishna. So everybody who was watching, they were in trance. Kashi Mishre kahe Raja Prabhu Ramahima, Kasi Mishra kahe Tomara Bhagyera nahi sima. When the king informed Kasi Mishra of the glories of the Lord, Kashi Mishra replied, O king, your fortune has no limit. Sarva Bhauma Sange Raja Kare Thara Thari Ara ka keha nahi jane Chaitanyera Churi. The king and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya were both aware of the Lord's activities, but no one else could see the tricks of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No one else could see what was happening there. Yare Tanra Krapa Sei Jani Bare Pare Krapa Vina Brahmandika Jani Bare Nare. Only a person who has received the mercy of the Lord can understand. Without the Lord's mercy, even the demigods headed by Lord Brahma cannot understand. So it is said that Lord's mercy is very important. Rajara tuchha seva dekhi Prabhura tushta mana Seita prasade paila Rahasya darshana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had been very satisfied to see the king accept the menial task of sweeping the street, and for this humility the king received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He could therefore observe the mystery of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. So this is the mercy of Lord that King Prataparudra was able to see. Not everyone he was able to see, but King Prataparudra, because he was brooming. So we'll read ahead. Sakshatena deya dekha paroksheta daya kebu jite pare chaitanya chandrera maya. Although the king had been refused an interview, he was indirectly bestowed causeless mercy. And who can understand the internal potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? तो किंग को भगवान ने चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने मिलने नहीं दिया, लेकिन he was still able to receive the inconceivable mercy of the Lord. Inconceivable mercy of the Lord. Sarvabhauma Kashi Mishra Dui Mahasaya Raja Reprasada Dekhi Haila Vimsaya. When the two great personalities Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Kasi Mishra saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy upon the king, they were astonished. So everybody is in wonder here by seeing how King Prataprudra is receiving the mercy of Lord. Ehi Mata Leela Prabhu Kaila Kata Karshana Apane Gaina Nachana Nija Bhakta Gana. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes for some time in this way. He personally sang and induced his personal associates to dance. Now see, Lord is singing personally. No, we cannot imagine how Lord would have been singing. Kabhu eka murti kabhu hana bahu murti karya anurupa prabhu prakashaye shakti. According to his need, the Lord sometimes exhibited one form and sometimes many. This was being executed by his internal potency. लीला वेशे प्रभुरा नहीं निजानुसंधाना इच्छा जानी लीला शक्ति करे समाधाना. Indeed, the personality of Godhead forgot himself in the course of his transcendental pastime. But his internal potency, Leela Shakti, knowing the intentions of the Lord, made all arrangement. So, Lord's energy is playing her role here, we can see. पूर्वे यैचे रसादी लीला कैला वृंदावने अलौकिका लीला गौरा कैला शने शने shane shane. Just as Lord Shri Krishna formerly performed the Ras Leela dance and other pastimes at Vrindavan, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed uncommon pastimes movement after movement. So that same Krishna in the form of Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing uncommon pastimes. Bhakta Gana Anubhave Nahi Jana Jane Ana Shri Bhagavata Shastra Tahate Pramana. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing before the Rath Yatra scar could be perceived only by pure devotees. Others could not understand. Description of Lord Krishna's common dancing can be found in the revealed scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam. So actually here, Lord Krishna, just like he expended himself when he married 16,000 wives in Dwarka, that same process was adopted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he expended himself into 7 forms to dance in each and every group of the Sankirtan party. So this Rath Yatra festival was not any ordinary festival. Here the Lord himself is present in front of his own Swarupa Lord as Lord Jagannath, and he is present as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing. And by listening this pastime of Lord, definitely our purification will happen. These expansions were appreciated by pure devotees including King Prataprudra. Although for reasons of external formality, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to see King Prataprudra because he was a king. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi. So he refused that he will not meet a king because I'm a sannyasi. That's what he was saying. But King Prataprudra became one of Lord's most confidential devotee by the Lord's special mercy upon him. Only very special devotees of Lord, they only can see the Lord, these kind of pastimes. The king could see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simultaneously present in all 7 groups as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. One cannot see the expansions of the transcendental forms of the Lord unless one is a pure devotee of the Lord. Ei Mata Mahaprabhu Kare Nritya Range Bhasaila Sabaloka Preme Rata Range. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in great jubilation and inundated all the people with waves of ecstatic love. So everyone who was present there, they were all inundated in ecstatic love. Ei mata haila Krishnera rathe arohana. Tara age Prabhu nachaila bhakta gana. Thus Lord Jagannath mounted his car and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired all his devotees to dance in front of it.
So we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela, and this is 13th chapter, 17th verse. So this chapter's name is,
Ecstatic dancing of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Rath Yatra.
so ecstatic dancing of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Rath Yatra. We need to understand that in Krishna consciousness, there are three things and more which are very important, which in general sense people think that it's very normal. Like Jagannath Puri is famous for Jagannath Mahaprasadam. So if you are able to eat Mahaprasadam of the Lord, you become purified and you go back home, back to Godhead in Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan to stay with the Lord and to reciprocate with Him, to do some activities with Him. Similarly, we are reading this chapter. The chapter's name is Ecstatic Dance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of Jagannath Rath Yatra. So dance, people may think it's a very common activity, or maybe it's an activity for some recreational, so to create some mood. But Lord is exhibiting His dance, and this dance is nothing else but devotional service to Lord Jagannath. So we are reading this chapter where Lord is dancing. Common people also dance every night, every day. So many people dance, but we don't remember them, or there are no books or chapters which is applied or which is written on them. But when the Lord and His pure devotee, they do something, like they honor Mahaprasadam, they dance in front of Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra. There are chapters which are written, there are books which are written. Just because it is the pure devotee who is performing that devotional service for the Lord. A devotee also dances. Thank you. A devotee also dances, but it's not like a person who is in the material world. It's not the dance like those people. It's not the dance of people who go to clubs. It's not the dance of people who are doing dance in the weddings, in the Ganpati processions. It's not like that. Because a pure devotee is dancing for the pleasure of the Lord. He wants to give happiness to the Lord. He's so happy, he's so jubilant that Lord has come out because of His causeless mercy. And He is just not limited to His own temple, but for one day He has come out in the year on the Rath, and He is giving darshan. Or rather, He is seeing everyone. He is giving merciful glance on everyone. Devotees, understanding this mood of the Lord, are so jubilant, so happy. They feel bliss. They feel bliss in the heart. Because devotees are paradukha dukhi. They feel sad when they see that people in general are suffering in this material world. And hence, when the devotee sees that the Lord mercifully has come out, Sri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai has come out with his big eyes, and he's seeing everyone. He's seeing everyone. And his seeing is not a normal seeing. His seeing is known as transcendental. Whatever he does is transcendental. It is beyond the modes of material nature. It is beyond this material realm. It is transcendental. What does transcendental mean? Transcendental means it is full bliss. it is eternal, full eternity, and it is full knowledge. This is what transcendental means in short. Transcendental means beyond the realm of this material world. So when the devotee sees that Lord has very mercifully come out, and with his big eyes he's giving his cool, merciful glance to everyone, to all his devotees who are chanting his name or who are not chanting his name. There are a lot of bikes, there are a lot of general people who are crossing from the left side of Jagannath. You may see on the screen. They may or may not see the Lord, but the Lord is seeing them. Second thing, they may not chant the holy name of the Lord, which is all purifying. It purifies your heart. And how much time does it take? It just takes one moment. One moment. That's how Srila Prabhupada explains it. But you see, even if they don't chant, if they just hear the holy name of the Lord, devotees are chanting here, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They are chanting the holy name of the Lord. And if a person who doesn't even see, he is in the bus, or he is in the auto, or he is in the bike, in the car, if he just crosses the Rath Yatra, he's just by mistakenly he glances at the Lord, or surely he will hear, because who will stop the ears? Surely he will hear the holy name of the Lord. His spiritual account starts. His spiritual path begins. His spiritual journey begins. That's the mercy of the Lord. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. You just cross the holy name. You don't even glance the Lord. Lord is going to glance at you. Jagannath is glancing at you. Baladev is glancing at you. Subhadra Mai is glancing at you. Lord, who is glancing at you, the glance is very cool and very merciful. And it is going to start your spiritual journey. So that's what we are reading here. We are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Madhya Leela that we were reading till now. And this is where Lord is ecstatically dancing in the Rath Yatra, in front of Rath Yatra. This dancing is transcendental. The honoring of Mahaprasadam of Jagannath is transcendental. Lord's darshan is transcendental. This form of the Lord is transcendental. The whole Rath Yatra is transcendental. The devotees of the Lord only do activities for the Lord, and hence the activities are transcendental. So everything that Lord does, and everything that a pure devotee of the Lord does, is transcendental, beyond the modes of material nature. The pulling of Ratha is transcendental. We understand that this body that we have got, when we say that the body is dead, what actually do we mean? We mean that there was something in the body which has left, because the body is still there. The body is still there. But something has left. And what is that? That is soul. That is consciousness. From the Shastras we understand that Sarvasya chaham ridhi sannivishcham matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarver aham eva vedyam vedanta krit ved eva chaham. Sarvasya chaham ridhi sannivishcham, which means that the Lord in the form of Paramatma is there in everyone's heart. Another quote, Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastam, which means that the Lord is in every atom of infinite universes which are there in the material creation. What does that mean? Lord is in your heart, Lord is in my heart, Lord is in everyone's heart. So what does that mean? What does that make our body? A temple? isn't it? It makes it a temple. And this body can move. So what does that mean? It's a mobile temple. It's a mobile temple. This body can move, and you can take the Lord in your heart. Wherever you go, Lord comes with you. It's a mobile temple. So, how should we keep this body, which is mobile temple, which is a moving temple, how should we keep it? Doesn't it make sense that the way we keep our temple at home, the way we keep the temple in our area, the way we maintain them, similarly we should maintain the body. But for what purpose? We do maintain the body, but for what purpose? By what understanding? Is it for the self enjoyment, or is it understanding that the Lord Jagannath in the Paramatma form is in our heart? So what is our understanding? That makes a huge difference. So when we say that this temple, the moving temple, is a mobile temple, moving temple, can we say this, that this temple, mobile temple, moving temple, is non-different, is a ratha, is a rath? This body is the rath, and the Lord is in the heart. He is in this rath. Similarly to how we are doing Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra. Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai are on the rath, and we are moving it. And this body that all of us have, human body or any kind of a species, they all are ratha for the Lord. They all are ratha for the Lord. So, this ratha have 5 horses. This body has 5 horses, which is none other than the 5 senses. The 5 senses. And what is the realm? The rope that is controlling the horse. That is none other than the mind itself. So who should control this realm? It is the intelligence. But if the intelligence is corrupt, then where will this mind take us, or the horses will take us? It will take us to hell. But if the intelligence is trained in practicing Krishna consciousness, in chanting the holy name, if the intelligence is trained in shastras, only then will the intelligence be able to take the realm in its control and then guide the senses, which are none other than the horses of the chariot, towards the heaven, towards the spiritual world. Towards the spiritual world, towards Vaikuntha. Towards the spiritual world, towards Vaikuntha. And that's what this body is supposed to do, this Ratha is supposed to do. And that's what this Rath Yatra signifies. What does it show? That we have to pull the Lord towards the Gundicha temple. And this Gundicha temple, according to Shastras, is not different than Vrindavan. So we have to pull the Rath, this Rath, which is our body, towards the spiritual world. We can change this body into a spiritual body. Right now it's material body. We can change it into spiritual body. That's what our acharyas say. So we have a very, very special guest with us. We have a very, very special guest with us. We have a very, very special guest with us. We are very honored that His Grace Sara Siromani Prabhu has come all the way from ISKCON Hyderabad, ISKCON Abits. And Prabhuji is going to speak something about this Rath Yatra and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra.
Thank you. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, today is the most auspicious occasion of Jagannath Rath Yatra. So this Jagannath Rath Yatra, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, it is being conducted all over the world. Originally we see that this Rath Yatra was conducted only in Jagannath Puri. So Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West to start this ISKCON movement, so he started the first ISKCON Rath Yatra in San Francisco, and slowly now all over the world we see so many Rath Yatras happening. I heard that in this first 10 days, from 1st to 10th of this month, more than 600 Rath Yatras are being organized all over the world. So now when we see Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, so many people have a doubt about this very special form of Lord. So once His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj, he is a sannyasi in ISKCON, he had gone to Jagannath Puri for the Rath Yatra festival. So there he saw a commentary on Rath Yatra festival. So he was surprised to see that how they were giving many varieties of interpretations, multiple interpretations on Jagannath Swami. Some of them were saying that this Jagannath is Lord Shiva, Subhadra is Samshakti. So they were giving multiple different types of interpretations. So he told that how we are very, very fortunate in ISKCON that we know exactly who is Jagannath, who is Subhadra, who is Baladev. Everything is very crystal clear for all of us. There is no ambiguity for us about this. So Lord Jagannath, why is appearing in this form? So we know the famous pastime where Rohini Mata, she was telling the childhood pastimes of Krishna to the wives of Lord Krishna in Dwarka. So the childhood pastimes of Lord are especially very attractive. Generally any child also we see that his activities in childhood activities are very attractive. So if normal child's activities are only attractive, then obviously how much attractive will be the activities of Lord? It will be much more attractive. So when this queens of Dwaraka, they were very eager to hear the pastimes from Rohini. So Rohini Mata said, but I can tell all these pastimes, but this Krishna, in case Krishna, he hears these childs and he hears how the love of, then Subhadra Maya, she said, don't worry, I will be standing at the door and I will try to stop Krishna from coming inside. So Rohini Mata, then she started telling the pastimes, then she started telling the stories, the pastimes of Lord in his childhood. So when she started telling, everybody was in great amazement seeing the childhood pastimes, hearing the childhood pastimes of Lord. So everybody was astonished. Everybody became ecstatic actually, hearing the childhood pastimes of Lord. So actually just like suppose somebody is hearing a cricket commentary. So generally what we see, like suppose if there is very what we call a match which is having 1 over and very few means in 1 over some 20 score they have to do. So it is like people generally watch with great anticipation and great anxiety, right? They are very glued to the TV. They'll be no, generally when we have some anxiety or when we are very eager, we see that our eyes increase, right? Eyes get elated. So with great anticipation one will be seeing and hearing. So same way, when the queens and were hearing about Krishna's childhood pastimes, everybody went into ecstasy and their eyes became large and they were totally mesmerized. So Subhadra Maya also, when she heard this, she also went into ecstasy and she could not actually see around what is happening. So meanwhile Krishna also came there. So when Krishna came there, he also started hearing the childhood pastimes and he also became ecstatic. So because of all this, everyone becoming ecstatic in hearing the pastimes of the Lord, so the eyes became very large, and because of being in ecstasy, their hands also went inside. So this is a beautiful form of the Lord. So there was Baladev, Subhadra and Krishna, all three together. So Narada Muni, he had come there that time, and then he said, see, O Lord, this is very wonderful form of yours. It is very ecstatic form. We never saw this form. So in case if you can give darshan, your darshan like this for the Kali Yuga people, they will be very, very fortunate. So please keep showing this form of yours to all the Kali Yuga people. They will feel very happy. So Lord agreed and he said, in Kali Yuga I am ready to show this form. So that is a form which we see. So another thing is Krishna in childhood, he had left Vrindavan at the age of 11, and then he said, I'll come back. But Krishna had never come back, and Vrajavasis, their love for Krishna has never reduced, even though Krishna has never come. They were still anticipating that Krishna will come back. They were thinking that he will come. So then one day the Krishna was in Dwaraka. So for the eclipse, solar eclipse, they all had come to Kurukshetra, the Dwaraka Vasis. So Krishna also had come, and along with Krishna, all the queens. So that time the Vrajavasis also had come there to take bath. During eclipse, they come and take bath in the auspicious rivers. So in Kurukshetra they had come. So that time, after many, many years, this gopis, they get to meet Krishna. So then they decide that, oh Lord, you have told that you will come, but you have never come. So then they request that, Lord, you should please come back to Vrindavan. So they started taking Krishna, Balram and their sister Subhadra in a chariot back to his minister Vishwavashu. He requested his Vishwavashu that please find out where is this Neelamadhav. So he came to know, Neelamadhav, that one particular race of people in the kingdom who were of lower caste, they were worshipping this Neela Madhav. So he went to them and he started requesting them, if you can kindly show me darshan of Neela Madhav. But king of that particular caste, the leader of particular caste, he rejected that. He got married to the daughter of that leader. So he kindly show me the. He said, I can tie you, I cannot show you the way. So I can tie a cloth to your eyes. I'll blindfold you, and then you can. I'll show you. Okay. So he blindfolded him and took Vishwavasu. So what had happened, while going, this Vishwavasu was very intelligent. So he kept some seeds with him, and all the way he started pouring little one seed. So that eventually it will grow and they will come to know where is it. So what had happened, he blindfolded and he kept all the seeds. So later they went to take darshan of Neela Madhav. So he got the most beautiful darshan of Neela Madhav. So it is said that anybody who gets the darshan of Neela Madhav, they will be liberated. So then eventually the Vishwavasu minister, he took this Neela Madhav. He took the king. He wanted the king to have darshan of Neela Madhav. So he brought the king to Neela Madhav. But unfortunately, by the time when the king came, actually Neela Madhav left. He disappeared. So king felt very bad. He felt that, oh, I could not get darshan. I am so sinful. So he felt very, very bad. So then what had happened, that the king was very morose. So then Lord, he said, appeared in the form of voice, and then he said, don't worry, very soon I will appear. So I will appear in the form of wood in the ocean. So please pick me. Please pick that ocean, that wood, log of wood. So then what had happened? Then eventually they came to the ocean. There they found one log of wood. So immediately the king got that log of wood. So he was very happy to get that. Then the Lord said, you should carve my deities. So then, but no carpenter was able to carve our deities. So eventually Vishwakarma, he came as a carpenter, but he said that you cannot carve, nobody should be there along with me. So I will carve this deities in a room, but it should be locked. Nobody should, in Kali Yuga, I will appear in this form. This is the most ecstatic form. So in Rath Yatra, what exactly we are doing? So when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared as Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So when Lord Chaitanya was dancing in front of Jagannath, so in front of Jagannath, he is in the mood of Radharani. Okay, he is in the mood of Radharani, pulling Krishna. One minute. He is pulling Krishna from Kurukshetra. Oh no. He is pulling Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan, because he is in the mood of Radharani. And same way, when Jagannath is seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is actually seeing Radharani, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. both Krishna, Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both are Krishna only. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani, Krishna in the mode of Radharani. So they are relishing seeing each other. So Radharani is trying to pull Krishna back from Dwaraka to Vrindavan, and Jagannath is happy to see Radharani, the mood of Radharani in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So during Rath Yatra, actually when we are pulling the Rath, so what we are doing is we are just trying to assist Srimati Radharani in her service. So it is most divine service that we are trying to assist Srimati Radharani. So, and by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are also getting this opportunity to assist Srila Prabhupada in his mission. He wanted this Rath Yatra to be spread all over the world. So Prabhupada said that actually this festival is of Lord Jagannath. He is the Lord of the entire universe. So this is not just festival for Puri. He is not just Puri Nath. Prabhupada said he is Jagannath. So he said that this festival should be celebrated all over the world, in all cities, all major cities, towns and villages. And now by Prabhupada's mercy, we are seeing that this festival is being celebrated all over the world in so many cities and towns. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful talk that you gave on Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai, and the pastime of how this Jagannath deity was curved for the first time. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So now we have a very, very, very special speaker with us. He is the leader of our group. He is the head of ISKCON Temple Attapur. He is the part of council member of ISKCON Temple Juhu. And he's a very dynamic speaker. He has been practicing Krishna consciousness since last 20 years. And he is an ideal example for all the devotees who want to practice Srila Prabhupada's process that he has given, the missionary spirit that he has. It inspires all of them who come in contact with him. So we'll now hear from His Grace Sita Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a very great opportunity. This is one of the days considered as the most auspicious day in this world. Generally, in the Kali Yuga, in the modern age, it's very, very difficult to have attention, and what to speak of having attention and develop faith in spiritual path, because of so much of distraction in this world. But the Lord is so kind. Once in a day, in a year, He chooses to come out of His temple and give His mercy to one and all. It is just like to achieve an engineering degree, one has to have to attend the college. Similar way, it goes to the MBA. One has to achieve an MBA degree, he has to attend the college, and then he becomes qualified to get. And the same way, one who wants to understand the spiritual path, one who wants to understand the teaching of the Lord, has to go to the temple, associate with devotees, understand about the Lord. And then when he becomes qualified to understand the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. But on the day of Rath Yatra, it is considered as, even with no qualification, without any qualification, one I can actually get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Anyone who comes across the Rath and the Lord glances at him, his life is perfected. It is said, one who takes darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, while on the Rath Yatra procession, he gets the mercy thousands and thousands of times more he gets while he goes to the temple and puts an endeavor to take darshan of the Lord. So one can imagine how merciful it is. And what to speak about the kirtan. It is said, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama meva kevalam, Kalo nastaiva, nastaiva, gatirya anyata. It is said in the age of Kali Yuga, there is no other way except the chanting of the holy name. It is emphasized 3 times. Kalo nastaiva, 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 gatira anyata. Which means no other way, no other way, no other way except the chanting of the holy name. So, along with the Lord Jagannath Rath, the devotees are doing ecstatic kirtan, and one who does that kirtan actually floats in the nectar of the holy name, which is soothing to the heart, which is very satisfying to the soul. It is mentioned that the human form of life is very, very rare, and one who wants to perfect in human life has to actually rise above the basics, which means, if you analyze, if you introspect, there are certain activities which is common between the other species, animals, beasts, birds, and also the humans. The common activities is eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, a little differences may be that an animal or a bird sleeps in the tree on a road. A human being sleeps in a house with a Dunlop pillow. But the activity of sleep, once get the sleep, neither the bird, neither the animal, neither the human being knows what happens. But in principle, the activity is the same. It applies to all other 3: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So what makes a human being different from an animal? What makes a human being different from an animal is actually the process of understanding God, the process of understanding one's own self, and also understanding the relationship between the God and one individual. And that process actually elevates a human being from animal consciousness to a higher consciousness. And that is the goal of human formal life. Elevate yourself above the basic activities. And spiritual path is what takes us to that. So Lord Jagannath is considered as one of the most merciful Lord. Very magnanimous, very extraordinary. Because when you go, all of us know when we go to the temples, there are so many restrictions, there are so many rules, there are so many processes which the saints, the sadhus, the brahmanas, they know and they guide us. And they sometimes stop us, we don't know a certain way how to sit in the temple, how to, not to show the back in the temple. So all these rules are there inside the temple, But when it comes to Lord Jagannath, when he's on the Rath, all these things are completely unobserved by the Lord. Let me tell you one small story. There was one great acharya from South India who had come to Jagannath Puri, and there he saw the standards of the worship at the Jagannath temple. He was not satisfied, and he said, "Oh, these standards over here are not so good. We should elevate them." And he told the king and the head priest of the Puri temple that from tomorrow onwards, I will set up the high standards here, as per we have Sri Rangam, Rameshwaram, and Tirupati kind of temples. So this acharya, he went to sleep in Puri with a plan that next day morning onwards, he will establish a very high standard of worship of Lord Jagannath. But when he slept, in the morning, all the sadhus, priests, pandas of the Puri temple were waiting that this acharya will come out. But to their surprise, he didn't come out. And when they went in, they saw he was not there in his room. The story says that Lord Jagannath, while he was sleeping, came in his dream and told him Who are you to disturb me and my devotees? My devotees here, the way they worship, are very dear to me, and I'm very satisfied with their worship here. So please don't disturb. And you go back where you are. And when this sadhu, this acharya, he gets up after the dream, he sees himself in Kurmakshetra in South India. He was no more in the eastern part towards the Puri. He was shifted by Lord Jagannath back to his place. So in this story we can understand how Sri Jagannath is so merciful, magnanimous, and in his form as Lord Jagannath, Sri Krishna, he doesn't see any discrimination. He only and only offers mercy. This is the beauty of Lord Jagannath. Hare Krishna. Please take advantage of this kirtan and continuously take darshan of the Lord Jagannath. In this few more days, there are many Jagannath Rath Yatras which will be performed by various devotees, ISKCON temples all around the world. Please take advantage wherever the Jagannath Rath Yatra is and go and take darshan and make yourself blessed by the darshan of Lord Jagannath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagannath Swami ki Jai.
Thank you so much, His Grace Sitaram Prabhuji. I'm sure he has given wonderful talk, and the talk with lot of realizations. So रोके. So that was our leader who is the head of the ISKCON Temple Attapur, who has made ISKCON Temple Attapur. He's also the council member of ISKCON Temple Juhu, the iconic Radha Ras Bihari, Sri Radha Ras Bihari Mandir. He is also the part of Gurukul in Mayapur, ISKCON Temple Mayapur. And in this way, he has taken a lot of services. And the whole idea is to engage yourself in so much services for Lord Krishna, that you don't have any time to do anything else. Material. You don't have any time to give to your mind. And you don't have any time to do any sense gratification, wherein you keep yourself in the center. The problem of keeping yourself in the center is that you are not the source of happiness. Lord Krishna is. So if you keep Lord Krishna or Sri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai in the center of your life, then he is the source of happiness and he can give you the ultimate happiness. So right now our Rath's position is that almost reached our destination, or rather Lord Jagannath's, Baldev, Subhadra Mai's today's place where he will sit and he will give darshan to everyone. We have reached the ground almost, maybe around within 20 minutes we'll be inside the ground, and then it will continue. There are a lot of activities that we are going to do in the evening. There will be Jagannath Katha, the pastimes of Lord Jagannath, variety of leelas that Lord has done. We will hear from the lotus lips of His Grace Sitaram Prabhu, who just spoke. And then there will also be Aarti, evening Aarti, which is known as Gaura Aarti, for the pleasure of the Lord and His devotees. There will also be going on. And people who can. So for all the followers, all the subscribers of YouTube Traveling Sankirtan Party, Facebook Traveling Sankirtan Party, ISKCON Attapur, YouTube, and ISKCON Attapur Facebook, with a whole heart, we invite you to participate in the evening program. The Rath Yatra will just conclude now, and we are going to enter the ground. We have almost reached. We are going to enter the ground, and there will be a variety of activities as we have just explained to you. If you can participate, that will be wonderful, because at the end, you are going to be able to honor Jagannath Mahaprasadam for everyone. Jagannath Puri is most famous for Jagannath Mahaprasadam. Mahaprasadam has a potency to purify one's existence. There is no efforts that you need to put. You can just honor Mahaprasadam. So now you can see that we have reached the ground, and we are going to go inside the ground, and the activities will continue over there. So you can see the devotees are now entering in the pandal, in the ground. This ground, which is opposite 173 pillar, that has been very so that's the Rath. Can we show this inside, going inside? Because the deity will go inside. Inside, deity. Happening is we are going inside the ground. सो नाउ द प्रोग्राम इस इवेंट इस प्रकार से है कि जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई को अभी रथ से उतारा जाएगा और फिर उनको जो है हम पंडाल में बिठाएंगे, जो ग्राउंड में उनके लिए विशेष स्थान, भगवान के लिए जो विशेष स्थान बनाया गया है वहाँ पर हम बैठाएंगे और फिर भक्त जो है दर्शन कर पाएंगे भगवान का, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई।